Welcome. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the new Bobcat 5G miner, the Boba 500. I'll go through the comparisons between a Bobcat Miner 300, the use case of deploying the 5G miner, in which countries it can be deployed in, and any relevant product information. All I ask is if you do find value from this video, please do show some love to the channel. To start off with, what can a Boba 500 do differently compared to a Bobcat Miner 300? So it will be able to mine HNT just like a Bobcat Miner 300 using the Lora coverage network. However, the key difference is that it will be able to earn extra HNT for providing 5G coverage by offloading cellular data. Offloading cellular data basically means if you are in an area where a lot of people are going to be accessing the 5G network, such as a shopping mall, then if a cellular operator such as Dish are providing 5G coverage to the shopping mall, then they will work with Helium to deploy small cells within the area in order for users such as us who will be operating these devices to provide 5G coverage. This will free bandwidth on the Dish network, which will ensure that users are not experiencing any bad latency when streaming videos or making video calls or just using 5G in general. There's nothing more worse than watching a video and it pauses halfway and your network is trying to find coverage. So is the Boba 500 a small cell? In short, no. The Boba 500 is a standalone IoT mining device. However, it has the capability to integrate with a CBRS certified small cell, and it can mine more HNT for providing 5G coverage. Can you upgrade a Bobcat Miner 300 to a 5G miner? The Bobcat 300 unfortunately cannot be upgraded to a 5G miner. This is mainly based on 2 points. The hardware on the device is completely different to a 5G device, and the software on the Boba 500 is powered by FreedomFi. So what are the costs involved? The Boba 500 will sell at a similar range as the FreedomFi, which is around $1,000. $1,000 might seem way out of budget. However, you do need to take into consideration that you do have a unit which will be able to provide 5G coverage. And as the network expands and evolves, you'll be earning more HNT for providing that specific coverage. 5G small cells alone cost around $10,000 plus, and big telecom giants such as AT&T spend around $100,000 plus per site on macro cells, which are bigger and larger 5G cell towers which provide longer 5G coverage. Please note that $1,000 is not the only cost. As you are running a device which will require to connect to a CBRS a small cell roughly costs $1,500 alone. So the FCC, who regulates the communications radio channels across the US, they require small cell operators to pay an annual fee of around $60. Bobcat will cover this for the first year, and thereon after, as a user, you will have to provide or compensate for that cost. So this will equal to $5 per month. So at the end all, you are going to be paying $2,500 to set up your Boba 500 plus a CBRS radio, and you'll be paying $60 per year to keep it running. Do take this into consideration when you are calculating your ROI. In which countries can the Boba 500 be operated? Currently, the Boba 500 can only be operated within the United States. The reason being is that within the US, they have an unlicensed spectrum band called CBRS, and it is available to the public. So this allows companies such as Helium to build 5G technology using that spectrum band. In many other countries such as the UK, there is no open source frequency band, and most frequency bands are purchased by big telecom giants such as T-Mobile and Vodafone. So over time, if countries like the UK open spectrum bands, then this will allow Helium providers such as FreedomFi to build on top of that technology, and then the Boba 500 can be sold within these countries and be operated. So what are the signal comparisons between Lora and 5G? The main difference between Lora and 5G is the spread of the signal. For Lora using Lora antennas, the spread of the signal can range for miles. 5G small cells are mainly used as boosters to boost the signal, so their range is fairly limited. The coverage between both is completely different. Lora will assist to provide coverage for small tracking devices, and for small cells, they will be able to provide coverage for 5G, so allowing streaming videos, phone calls, and so much more. Therefore, for the 5G network to grow rapidly on the Helium network, it will require more users to deploy 5G miners, such as the Bobcat 500. And most likely, one hex would have to be split into several mini hexes that deploy 5G miners in order for the coverage to be strong within that hex. Remember, as the Bobcat 500 can operate on both networks, it can send out a long-range signal using Lora, and then it can send out short-range signals for 5G when connected to a CBRS radio. So what is my conclusion? The Bobcat 500 is a revolutionary device. It has been built for the future expansion of the Helium network. 5G is the future of Helium. However, it will require some real mass adoption and the correct infrastructure in place for it to run smoothly. This is a long-term project and investment, and patience and belief in the project is key. Bobcat Miner are by far one of my favorite Helium manufacturers, and not being biased, but they have been with Helium from the start of the growth of the network, and they have continuously shown that they are able to develop technology and devices to keep up with the growth of Helium, and this shows that they are here to stay. If you have any questions regarding the Bobcat 500, please do leave them in the comments below. And as always, this is informative content on new technology and not investment advice. I hope you found this video useful. If so, stay subbed for more crypto and Helium mining content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.